Hey everyone, it's Michael and the stool pigeon.
Joe, Bullion Now.
BullionNow.com.au.
Selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne, Australia.
What's wrong, mate?
Nothing. I'm good.
It's a...
How's your day?
yeah, my day's great.
That's nice. What'd you get up to?
Well, you know, I wandered around the streets of Melbourne for a little while and, yeah, you know, I sorted a few problems and, yeah.
Good. Good. Glad.
What about
It's great. I'm fine. It's all a bit of fun. And the questions are going to come. Look at this, baha. The questions are coming, and I was reading it just before. Where's the mankini? He's not wearing. You know, will he be wearing the mankini? Oh yeah, the mankini is on, but you just can't see it
Yet.
Oh no, it's on. It's strategically placed. Literally could not get the mankini over this thing. I'm going to give you a little da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Come on, you got to get those legs up on the bench, mate.
Do. Sexy, hey? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, somebody reckons you look like Aussie ostrich.
This will be screenshotted for history, and I'll show my kids one day. So what's up?
Not much.
I look great. Look at
I
this.
think you look. Yeah, we're getting the delayed feed through now.
Fantastic. Look at me.
Yeah.
Man,
All good stuff, mate.
like a sexy pigeon.
So why aren't you in a Kookaburra suit?
Because you couldn't find one.
No, we couldn't find one, could we?
No.
So there is not a Kookaburra suit in the whole of Melbourne, so we went for the pigeon.
There are more Kookaburras bathing in bird baths than there are Kookaburra costumes. And still, I lost the bet.
Yes, you did.
I should have said, there's no such thing as a Kookaburra costume. And you would have gone, yeah, there is. And I said, no, there's not. You would have been wearing this. All right, how are we all? Are we good?
Yeah, well,
Good.
I'm good.
Good. Cool. Respect. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Dark Hearts. Thank you. Yeah, I am good. I am good for my word. Mankini is on. I'm telling you. One sec. Sorry, readjust. There we go.
Dear.
So tell me what's new in the world of bullion.
Lots of things. We've got some stuff to go through later on. I don't think Ruben's ready to start rolling on that side of it yet.
Okay.
We've got some news to go through first. So Perth Mint's chucking my computer around. Perth Mint's website upgrade is back up and running. So the retail portal is available as well as the wholesale, thankfully, because that's been causing us all sorts of grief. And deliveries have started being dispatched out of Perth again, which has been causing us all sorts of heartburn because they were closed for about 5 days. So they're back up and running, which is good to see.
Good.
You're right there?
So I had a little itch. Can you get my...
No.
It's my nose. Just did it.
Yeah, you're right.
All
Just
right,
use
sure.
your flipper.
They call him Flipper. Flipper. Oh my God. Little Coin Shop said, are you guys trying to hide your Bullion Now logo? You can have our Little Coin Shop one if you like it better.
Is that because I'm sitting in front of it?
Probably.
Yeah. Yes, Little Coin Shop actually had a dig at me this morning about our background. So we're actually going to have to work on our background.
Yes.
Which will be
We're
good.
going to have to work on many things here at Bullion Now. But the merry and the mirth is not one of them because we've got it all here today.
We do.
Yeah.
Scottsdale's released some new coins as well, and we'll have a look at those in a minute. There's a red hot one that we need to have a good look at. Actually, do you want to just launch into that, Rubes?
Can do.
So if you could bring up the new Scottsdale stuff, we've just got it. We've filmed the unboxing. We haven't released this yet. You bring up the Justice coin. So gold or silver? Have you thrown up? Both. All right. So the ones that you're seeing now is the gold and the silver. It comes in the 1 ounce in both gold and silver, and they look stunning. I've got them both here for when that roll's finished. The one I actually wanted to highlight, and I'm not sure if Ruben's got it up on the screen, is the 1/10. They have.
It is, but you can't actually see the size written on the...
Okay, all right.
The Justice.
But
We filmed...
Looking at the scale and resolution of that, I'd say it's the 1/10.
Right, so they've produced the 1/10 Justice.
Nice.
Joe actually likes the silver one better than
I like
the gold, I think.
in person, the silver comes off nicer than the gold.
Because
The gold's still great, but the silver just like... pops.
because it
It's really
has
good.
that mirrored background. to
Yeah,
it.
it's really nice.
But the one thing you do need to be aware of is in the 1/10 particularly, it's incredibly limited. They only produced 1,000 of them.
Of the gold?
Of the gold 1/10.
Wow.
So I don't know how many of the 1 ounce golds they produced, but
Yep.
it was quite a few more than that.
Okay, geez.
And the silver, I think, was somewhere around about 50,000, but the 1/10, incredibly limited down to only
Wow.
1,000 of them. So
Jeez.
if you're into the 1/10 coins in gold, grab them while you can, because I'll guarantee you we cannot get any more. So that's the one to grab out of that.
Goodness me, we should be mentioning the auction, by the way.
The platinum auction.
Yep.
We should.
Yeah.
Where are we up to with the platinum?
I
So for those that don't know, Movember has finished. Even though I've still got the mo on, because I promised I'd keep it on until the end of this live stream, because we're doing the live stream auction.
That's right.
We're doing the auction, and it will finish partway through our
It'll
live
finish
stream.
at 3 p.m. If you've been watching the video. If you've been watching the videos about it.
We are auctioning.
Uh-huh.
Can you take that closer?
So
we
I'm
are
checking.
auctioning off this.
Highest bidder is still Yuck Futube at 1,150 Australian dollars. So you basically have until 2:59, inclusive of 2:59. If you bid on or after 3 p.m, not valid. But what you do is you head over to the previous video. I'll put a link to the video of the original Movember auction video, and you post a reply under the pinned comment. So I think everyone understands what to do, but I'll just share a link with you very soon to that video, and then place your bid. So what, 12.4 grams of platinum?
12.4 grams of platinum.
Currently at 1,150 Australian dollars. All proceeds go to
Movember, the
Yep.
Movember appeal. So
Yep.
everything that we raise, lock, stock and barrel, goes to the Movember appeal. So Movember, if you've been living under a rock, Movember's about men's health, particularly depression, mental health, those types of issues, as well as, help me Ruben, prostate cancer, research and things like that. So yeah, please bid generously, and you will end up with this beautiful 12.4 gram platinum moustache. Incredibly created for us by Daniel Germano, who's
Yes.
a jeweller.
Great job.
One of the local jewellers. He's an artiste. Do you want to hold that a bit closer to the screen? So that's his business card there. And if you have any jewellery needs, please support him, as he's supporting us with our Movember appeal. And please raise lots of funds, because I want to get rid of this moustache. It's driving me nuts.
Say what?
It's driving me nuts.
What's driving you nuts?
My moustache.
You're feeling a little uncomfortable?
I'm feeling very uncomfortable, mate. A little hot too. It seems to retain that heat.
Right, right. Moving on.
My dear daughter said I should have it waxed off to raise funds.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's a terrible idea.
That's a great idea. Who wants to see that? Who wants to see him get his mustache and his chest
No.
waxed? If
Or
you would
both
like
hairs
to
on my
see that,
chest.
if you would like to, oh damn it, or somewhere else. If you would like to see that, hit Y now. Y
No,
for yes.
no, it's not happening.
Let's get it going. Let's see. How many in a tube of Scottsdale 1/10 ounce silver? Scottsdale? Oh, probably. We're probably talking about in the Justice coin. we know
They
how
don't
many?
do a 1/10 silver, it's a 1/10 gold.
What was the other? Was that a platinum that we're looking at
1
there?
ounce.
Oh, that was a 1 ounce.
It was a 1 ounce
okay,
silver.
I'm sorry. Right, gotcha.
And I'm fairly sure it's 25 in a tube, because there was 20 in the box.
In a 1/10 ounce?
No, they don't do a 1/10 silver.
So
It's a
the
1/10
silver,
gold.
Sorry, in the my apologies. Cool, got it. Yeah, it'll be 25 in the tube, I think, for silver. Yes.
It's either 20 or 25.
Yeah. Oh, look at so many yeses coming through. Look at this. Yes. Epilady. Oh, little
No.
coin shop.
Had that-
Epilady.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, do the Epilady. Let's Epilady Michaels.
Yeah, that's happened
Mo.
once before on my leg, and I'm still recovering from that.
Wow.
Never go to sleep at a teenage birthday party, I can tell you that.
Oh, you'll end up in a pigeon costume.
Yeah, that's right. We need to say some hellos, because there's somebody from Romania and he's disappeared off my
5:30,
screen that I was
yeah.
going to say
Up
hello
at
to.
5:30.
Peter Graceby Guide, afternoon from Pinaroo, South Australia. It's been a long time since I've been over to Pinaroo. So it's a great little place over there. Did the head come off the Kookaburra costume? Actually, the original Kooka costume that we had for him, which he was meant to wear last week, was headless.
Yeah.
So we cancelled.
And we didn't think it wouldn't have served it justice if we had just had the body. Yeah, shut up, Matt. All right. Yeah.
You think you're a man?
That's right. Oh dear, you've got to laugh. All right, the other release that we've had from Perth in the last, actually it was released in the middle of November, but none of the stock was sent out until last week, really. So we mentioned it in last week's feed. We've actually now, or I should say we don't, Little Coin Shop has them in stock. Ruben, can you flick this one up on the screen? So this is the...
Sorry, go ahead.
You're under
I'm
control.
laughing at comments.
Okay. This is under control. This is the release from Perth Mint. It's the next one in the Simpsons series.
I want that bad.
So it's Marge and Maggie in the 1 ounce bullion. Now, this one's been really interesting, and I don't know if it's a screw up from Perth Mint. I actually didn't print out the page, I don't think. So these are limited to 25,000 in total. However, this is one of the funny ones where 22,500 of them are made and put into normal capsules, into rolls and boxed up and sent overseas. But the ones that stay in Australia, the 2,500 that stay in Australia, they put in this card and release it this way. So it makes them, it's already a limited, it's the Simpsons already, so there's a lot of following for it. They only produce 25,000, so they're very limited. And then there's this extra one of only 2,500 that's only released into the Australian market in the card, and the collectors around the world go absolutely haywire over them. So if you're interested in them, grab them while you can. Head over to littlecoinshop.com.au. They've got them for sale over there. Interestingly enough, they released them with their recommended retail price of $75. This was Perth Mint. But with their new system, they were actually attached to spot price. So from Perth Mint, they were being sold at 83 instead of the 75.
Oh,
so
I
I don't know
see.
what's going on there.
Okay.
And I don't know how that's going to impact GST, because the argument with the GST is it's not sold in relation to spot price. And Perth Mint did.
Wow.
So this is going to be an interesting kerfuffle.
You've got some splaining to do, Perth Mint.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
How many of these does Little Coin Shop have?
you'd have to ask Little Coin Shop. They had 100, I know that.
Well, now they have 99.
Up on their display.
I deserve this.
It's your fault. You gambled and lost, my dear boy.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
So yeah, grab those while you can. They will be red hot property.
Okay.
Not financial advice, as we say. All right, we need to answer some questions.
Yeah.
There's one quickly asking about how come we haven't sold the 2022 1 ounce gold kangaroo yet?
Oh man, what a disaster! No, not a disaster. What a thing that was.
Blame this guy.
We've had them in, they've sold out. We listed them online, they sold out. We can't seem to get enough of the 2022 1 ounce gold kangaroos. I think the last lot we listed lasted all of about 15, 20 minutes and they were gone. Because somebody said to me about an hour after we listed the next batch, somebody's just called in and wants to know where the 1 ounce gold kangaroos are when we're going to sell them. And I said, well, they're up on the website now. And it was rapidly pointed out to me that there was none on there, so they'd already sold out. So I apologise. We do have more coming in. I will get them back up online as quickly as I practically can. But that 5-day break that Perth Mint took has really knocked our supply chain around quite a lot.
So we've got someone here named, how do you pronounce, Merrin Lynch. Are you guys getting an auction facility on the new improved website? Are we getting a new improved website?
We are getting a new improved website, and I saw the concept last week, I think. And I think I mentioned this in last week's live stream, done by Fox and Wood over in the western suburbs of Melbourne. And they're doing an incredible job. So if you're actually in the market for some website design, absolutely recommend them, going by the concept stuff that they've shown us. So really good, really easy to work with. Nice. So, and I do believe we are getting some auction facilities in the new website.
Fantastic.
So,
just so everyone knows, there's 11 minutes left in that, well, actually 10 minutes left roughly in that Movember auction. I'm refreshing the original video to check the pinned comment replies to see if there's any new bids. Let me see if there's any coming through.
We've also got DJ.
G'day, D.
DJ's on the live chat.
Actually got one suit.
Yeah, we actually got one.
So Dave87 says, hey guys, any reason why you don't stock any Germanian mint coins? Actually, there's no good reason. The actual reason is I was trying to tee up a supply with them at last year's Berlin Money Fair, and it all got out of hand, so we delayed it until as 2020 got cancelled, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was 2019 I was there last
cancelled.
time. So, that the 2021 one got cancelled, which is when we're going to do it. I'm hoping to touch base with them again in the new year and see if we can start bringing in some of their stuff because it's premium stuff. It's great stuff.
Absolutely. Still, the highest bidder is still Yuck Food Tube at $1,150.
There you go.
Yes.
When will we see the 10-ounce Kookaburra Silver? The 2022, as far as I'm aware, they're hoping to start releasing later in the new year.
Okay.
So we're probably talking end of the first quarter, start
Will
of
they
the
do
second
them?
quarter. I'm led to believe they will.
Okay.
I can't go any further than that.
All right. Fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
and the one there's another one on here for the 120th Gold Tiger. Again, they're telling me sometime in the new year.
Okay.
So the koala releases in January as well.
Cool.
There's an interesting one here, and it's talking about if the Queen dies from and the coins in the Commonwealth countries, what's likely to happen to series like halfway in production. So things like the Tudor Beast or something like that. If she was to die midway through the series, would they change Monarch on like midway through the series, or would they finish the series with her on there?
Well, they will if they want it as a currency. They're going, as soon as that law is passed, they're going to have to roll it over, which is possibly why they've moved the next series because the Queen's Beast is finished, and they're rolling into the Tudor. Is it the Tudor Beasts? Or the Tudor?
That's probably a very well worded way of doing it, so they didn't call it, nothing to do with the Queen, so they can just move on. It's like,
it'll be interesting for things like even the Perth Mint Lunar series. You're going to have half Series 3. Not wishing any bad news on anyone here, but if that were to occur, you're going to get half of it in.
That's another 10 years or so.
Yeah, but so what happens when we're? I actually don't know the answer to this. What happens because quite often, like the Tiger at the moment, they will manufacture.
So what
the Tiger.
happens mid year?
Yeah. So
what if they make one half? What you're saying is, what if they make one half with the Queen, and then in between, then have to make it? Whoa!
Yeah. So that could cause all sorts of issues.
Yeah.
I don't know is the short answer. I don't know what's going to happen on that. But yeah, once the legislation is passed to change the monarch on the back, my understanding is that all currency produced from that point onwards must have the new monarch on it.
There you go.
I've never seen a grey chicken before. You have now.
Right here.
Did we get the theme music for it?
We didn't.
We got theme music for you, mate.
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
See if it works.
How does it
See
go?
if it works.
How does it go?
So you're meant to be parading.
Is it stop? It's not stop that pigeon. Is it?
Could be.
Is it stop that pigeon?
Yeah.
It is actually. I knew it. That's funny. Is it? I haven't heard it. I can't hear it.
Whatly, you snickering, floppy-eared hound? When courage is needed, you're never around. Those medals you wear on your mossy chest must be there for bungling at which you are best. So stop
That's
the
all right, you can
pigeon.
stop it
Stop the pigeon.
That pigeon.
Alrighty, so what else? S.A. Wilson, what's the deal with Melbourne Mint? Is it still a mint? No, it is not.
Nope.
It's purely just a trademark.
Yeah.
So it's produced by
Different company.
a different company and sold by a different company.
Yeah.
It's purely just a
It's not a real
stamp.
thing. Yeah.
It's not a real thing. Hasn't been for many a year.
Yeah.
Will the new website be listing our allocated bullion on our accounts? We're trying to incorporate the unallocated. I actually don't know about the allocated.
Oh, really?
I don't think I've asked that question. So if Marin's listening, she might want to give us a burst on if we're putting that in, or we could give you an update on that later on.
Got Robin asking here, am I able to find out what coin I received in the Lucky Dip one? Can I call up and find out? Short answer is no. Simply because
Well, it would have been.
the person you called wouldn't have picked it, and it would have been someone else in the back end, and possibly somewhere else would have picked it. Too much logistics to find out, and then that opens the floodgates to.
Well, particularly if it's gone into allocated. So
then we'd have to go.
We'd have to actually pull it out of storage and actually find it. So
Yeah.
the best way to find out what you got is to come in and pick it up, or to have it sent out to you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that, Robin.
That's
but
about the only way.
Logistically a bit hard at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Calypso Moon, Michael, did you get the Baby Yoda non-high relief coin released last week? Went in minutes on AppMex. No, I didn't. I did actually try to get that one, but I missed out, which sucks really bad.
Bullion Stacks is asking, how many shops do you have? Just the Melbourne location?
Currently, we operate out of 2 locations. So we have a remote facility that does our dispatch, and we have the store up here in level 6, 227 Collins Street.
You know that one we were talking about on the corner of the thing and the thing? Any actual... Not that we can say anything, but...
Well, we can. Because
it's not happening, right?
Well, I suspect it's not.
Yeah, cool.
There's a shop become available on the corner of Collins Street and Elizabeth Street in Melbourne.
The old Optus store.
Yeah, and Joe's like over the moon excited
I just saw it. Oh my God, that's for lease. Wonder how much that'll be. Then we found out how much it was.
It was $650,000 per annum plus GST plus outgoing.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of bullion to sell just to cover the rent. So I suspect we're not moving into that store.
I doubt it. No. No. When's the Sydney store and the Geelong store and the Brisbane store and the...
Once we have the new back-end system up and running, I'm happy to talk about us setting up a store somewhere else. All right, I got an email question for you. In fact, this...
is it for me?
Actually, one of these questions is for you.
Okay, let's do that one.
So this is from Ms. NK.
Okay.
So, hi guys, love the show. I have a few questions. During Diwali, what were the top 3 items sold? So,
top 3 items sold.
The Diwali coin out of Perth.
Yep.
So that's a 1 ounce silver coin.
Yep.
Looks beautiful. It's a proof coin though.
10 gram gold.
The 10 gram gold and the 1 ounce gold.
And the 1 ounce.
3.
Yeah, that's right.
The 3 top. And in that 10 ounce gold.
10 gram.
We only had the 10 gram. We only had the 5 gram, didn't we?
No,
in the Diwali, in the Lakshmi.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had the 5 gram Lakshmis in from Pamp. They were incredibly popular as well.
Okay.
But yeah, the 10 grammer gold is the most popular bar during Diwali.
Yep.
I miss all of your live streams now because of school pickup. Not sure if other parents are in the same boat to me, but I watch when I get back. Not sure if there's enough interest for you to move your time. We have discussed this on several occasions as to if we should move the time or even move the day. And it seems whatever we do, we're going to upset someone. So we've kind of stuck with the 2:30 to 3:30. But we're happy to review it in the new year and maybe look at shuffling the time around. This is the one for you, Joe.
Yep.
Could Joe do a quick vocabulary course on some of the lingo he uses on his analysis, like cup and saucer, bullish, and line of resistance?
Cup and saucer. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me read it. Could Joe do a quick vocabulary course? And so, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. As in, this means X. What do you mean by X? Yeah, absolutely. A little beginner's guide too? Yeah, absolutely, I can do that.
Stand by next week, you'll have it done.
Oh, shoot, you put a time frame on it. I got to get out of this costume first.
If he doesn't get it done by next week,
here we go.
We'll do the reverse. So he'll have the mankini on the outside.
Oh, I thought you meant the reverse and you'll wear the costume.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what else have we got on there for questions?
Good
there you go. Scott
question.
Burke. He was forever known as Pigeon Boy.
I'll take it. I've been called worse. Let's see. Good question. Any more email questions? There's about 1 minute, less than 2 minutes to go on bidding on the auction. I think we're still at that 1150 unless I hit the old refresh button and it comes in at the very last
Make sure you get your
second. Got to be in before 3 p.m.
And you will never get one of these anywhere else.
No, that's one of a kind, mate.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's one of a kind.
It is.
My screen has just disappeared.
That's okay.
Alrighty, Merrin has responded. Read the new website. Reports on allocated and unallocated. Not initially, but on the drawing board for future releases. This is one of the things that boils my buns, is when they say, oh, but that's stage 1. We're moving to stage 2. Just tell me what it's going to be and just do it. But anyway.
Fair enough.
So what do we got there? Absolutely love your 3-month storage option. This is from David Fullard. Makes it easier for us poor people. Yeah, so appreciate that you appreciate it, mate. So we offer that 3 months free storage there for anyone gathering all their gear together and then having it sent out or making one trip to come in and pick it up.
Speaking of new websites, are we allowed to have you interact with the new Perth Mint one? There's a bit of talk there about Perth Mint's new website. are we not touching
Yeah,
that topic?
I got to be honest, mate. I really want to step around this one.
That's
It's a bit of a landmine, that one. I'm staying out.
That's fair enough. I think that says enough.
Okay.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. Auction is finished and over. And if I quickly refresh,
Dum, dum, dum.
when it refreshes for me, any extra bids? I don't think so. Let me have a look. 1150, I'm going to say, let me say it very specifically so that I don't muck it up. Yuck FoodTube, you are the winner. Good, kind person. Yuck FoodTube, $1,150 for the 12.4 gram platinum bar. Now, you got to send us an email. You read the terms and conditions. You already read it in the pinned comment, but send an email to sales@bullionnow.com.au, your full name, details, and all that sort of stuff.
And we'll sort it all out for
Yeah,
you.
we'll sort it all out. I want to quickly mention two things. This live stream is going to end in one of two ways. We're either going to end it around about 20 minutes past, roughly 20 minutes past, so sort of about roughly 20 minutes for reasons, or unless the battery runs out. So, but I think we're doing well actually. Yeah. We this morning we went. Well, sorry, not this morning. We realised that about half an hour before. The battery. So we've charged it up as much as we can. But if we just randomly cut out, you know the reason why.
So.
Oh, and there is no special today.
There is no special today.
Yeah.
So sorry about that one, but there's no special.
There is no special. No.
Okay, so back into the questions. Is it a good investment to buy gold and silver granules?
Oh, depends on what you're investing in it for. Comes with GST. If you want it to show the kids and put your hand in it like a stress relief, like that's cool. But if you're
That's a straight investment. My answer would be no.
No, not for a straight investment.
Joe's right, it incurs GST. The other problem is actually selling it at the other end.
Well, how do you measure, like...
Yeah, how do you measure it? How do you prove its purity?
Pure, yeah. You'd have to test each individual grain with the XRF label. Yeah. It's so difficult.
So you're going to find a lot of places won't even buy it back.
So when we sell it, you're buying it real, because we do sell it, you're buying it just for that coolness factor.
And also, we have some people who are...
Oh, jewellers, yeah.
Who are jewellers, but also who are home hobbyists.
Yes,
I don't know if that's the term. They want to take some home and melt it down and hand pour some of their very own bars and that sort of stuff. So that's what it's sold for. But as a straight out investment, I would buy an ounce of gold bar before I'd buy an ounce of gold granules.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah. Do we want Matt to come in here?
Yes,
do we have any questions for him?
Absolutely.
So we'll actually go get him right now, and I might even just
you want to lose the suit, don't you?
I might hop on over there and just greet the customers in the old suit. But Matt, if you're watching this, come on over. But I don't know if you're actually watching this because you're probably sitting in school. Yeah. Is that my execute? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed me in a pigeon costume. I'm just gonna dance on my way out. Oh, okay. Hang on.
You're trashing the
Excuse
place.
me. Sorry, mate. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Get out of here.
See you next week.
There's a good question in there about if Perth Mint at all do gold kookaburras, if that's ever something, aside from the 1/10.
Yeah,
have they ever done a...
No, they only do the 1/10, and that's a private mintage with one of the other companies. So, as far as I'm aware, there are no other gold, unless you want to include the gilded kookaburra, but that's actually a silvered coin with a spray paint of gold across it. So no is the short answer on that one. Sorry, my computer's just... no, I'm not... Michael in a koala costume. I don't think anyone wants to see that. I just joined in. Wow, that's a magnificent costume. Certainly is. Can you do a Friday Platinum special at some stage? I think that's a great idea. We should do that. Yeah, we should do that very soon. So one more email here. Leon sent it through. Just checking for the special. If I made it to the top 50 for the gold special, should I receive an email? The answer is, even though we're not doing a special today, when we run the special, you actually get sent a form that you fill in, and that gives you access to the page that you can buy it off, and whatever the special is, and then away you go from there, sort of thing. So I believe, and I'll get one of the guys to confirm it for me, but I believe the only time you receive the email is if you get a negative on it. But do you know, Ruben, with the live stream specials, do they get an email if they win?
Yes.
Like if they do? Oh, they do. Okay, so you get an email either way. Yeah. I'm going to save that question for when Matt arrives. So has anyone requested a Matthew's present?
I think that's what Joe's taken off to do. Do you think the Australian government will introduce VA tax on bullion like in Europe?
No, we don't have VA tax here. We have GST. And at this stage, they tell us that that they will not introduce GST into investment-grade bullion. Having said that, would a politician lie to you? I'll leave it at that.
This is an interesting one. If someone was to slice up their bar and put 999 and official weight stamps on it, how does that then sit in regards to either GST or turning it from scrap into a proper bullion investment product?
Okay, this is not financial advice. This is not taxation advice. I believe that the requirement the law states at the moment is that it must have a weight and purity stamped on it. So if you stamp your own, Billy Blogg's bullion stamp, 9999 1 ounce gold bar, or 12.3 grams, or whatever you like, then it complies. So long as it's not considered a hand poured or anything like that, or where you value added to it. So yeah, if you buy a 1,000-ounce silver bar, I believe, and again, you need to get this is just some rabbit speaking on YouTube. So, it doesn't cost you anything, and financial advice that doesn't cost you anything is probably worth less than that. I believe that it would comply with the requirements for being an investment product and wouldn't require GST. If you sliced up your 1,000-ounce bar, stamped it with its purity and its exact weight, and went from there.
Do we sell any Hanukkah coins?
Not that I'm aware of.
Or do you know anyone that does them?
Not that I'm aware of. There was some that was coming out of Sunshine Mint in the States, but I haven't seen those for years. So, no, not that I'm aware of.
SA Country Fire Service has a great large koala costume. just saying.
Thank you. Not happening.
Oh, what's up?
You need your... isn't the GST a VA tax anyway? Yeah, look, it is. They're almost exactly the same. Oh no, you just read that one. Yeah.
Got a hello from Nashville.
What else have we got on here? If I slice up, he just did that one.
Yeah.
A lot of support for Joe in his costume.
Which is good. We haven't really done... We want to kind of do more of the outrageous and the silly sometimes.
Not us.
Just to keep things interesting. So it's good that people are...
We wouldn't do a thing like that.
Like cutting bars in half.
Yeah, that's right. We need to do some more of that sort of stuff in the new year. So if you've got any suggestions of what you'd like to see us do with some bullion bars, we are talking about doing a heat test on some with a bonfire and some safes to show why silver and gold particularly is considered to be a real physical currency, that no matter what you do to it, it actually is still worth the same sort of money. So stand by for that one, but I'm probably going to have to wait for fire restrictions to be able to do that one properly. So yeah, if you've got any crazy ideas that you'd like to see us do with bullion, don't be shy. Drop us a comment on here or drop us a line at live@bullionnow.com.au and we'll see what we can do.
Any tails in silver or platinum produced?
Believe it or not, we've got some tails in silver coming in the not too distant future. One of the local refineries has decided to run with that, and the demo one I saw was absolutely brilliant. So
this doesn't make any sense at all, Michael.
yeah, but
I didn't lose a bet. I didn't participate. I didn't sign on for this. I don't know why. I come in. Michael says, "You want to keep your job, right?" Look at me now. Who's going to take me seriously
monkey
now?
dance.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about coins now. Take this guy seriously.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah. Well, I hope I made people's day. As long as everyone let me know what you think. Would you trust this guy with your coin collection?
Oh dear, the stupid things we do, eh? Look, that was actually donated by.
Oh really?
I've forgotten the company's name. Party and You. I'm so sorry. I meant to look it up just before I came on board. Party Hire Melbourne. I'll tell you exactly who they are because they've been absolutely legendary. That'd be right. I can't find it in a hurry. Costume. Party and You. That's what they're called. They're up on Queen Street in Melbourne. And they were absolutely fantastic. We had a bit of a hiccup with the parrot costume last week, and they were straight on it. And they fully apologised and supplied us with that stunning costume that Joe was in before. And,
I like that a lot.
They said, well, we really need something for Matt so he doesn't feel left out. So they gave us that one for you to wear.
I can't tell them how much I appreciate this. I love getting chucked under the bus when Joe sticks his neck out. But, anything for a good time, This is live television.
So thank you very much, Party and You. You've been absolute legends. So, yeah, if you're after any party costumes or anything along those lines, head up to Queen Street. I'm sure if I look closely enough, they'll give me the number on here somewhere. Party and You.
Someone's prepared to bid
118 Queen Street.
$1,000 on that worn pigeon suit.
Let's get the bids going on this little prize piece. I'll autograph it and everything.
What little coin shop said is, what do you value yours at?
Yeah, it will come with a matte autograph. I mean, that's priceless.
That is
priceless.
One of one.
One of one. You've never signed anything in your life.
No. Nothing of this caliber. That's for sure.
Even when you were a world class guitarist.
I did actually. I signed a few CDs back in my heyday. Jeez.
There you go. We're way off topic now.
There's an idea here to drop silver bars from heights to see what it will break through. So not just like will it break, but what will it break through?
Test it on your steel cap boot.
You're just trying to get back at me for the bird. Yeah, I don't really think about that one. That could be fun.
Someone's convinced you've been drinking, Matt.
Yeah, I think that's a fair
drinking
assumption.
On the job.
Yeah, given the circumstances.
On a Friday afternoon, that'd never happen.
Given the week that we've had, I'd say it's permissible.
Alrighty, Matt, got a question for you.
Hit it.
Hey guys, hope all's well before the crazy times with Christmas. The other day I saw a YouTube video showing milk spots being removed with an eraser. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that on a bog standard bullion coin it's no problem, but if the coin has a slightly higher premium, what are your thoughts? So Robin Hood, for example. Mm-hmm. Thanks always, Jamie.
We should do a video. I think we've kicked this idea around once upon a time because there are a couple of different like home remedies, ways that you can remove toning, milk spotting, all that kind of thing. We should get some roos together and go through some of the options, because I've seen all the videos as well. I've tried a few things in my day, but I think it'd be great to set up a proper, almost like a little Bullion Now science experiment and go through a couple of the different options, because my understanding is the eraser works. You'd want to be using a brand new one, not one that has
pen marks all over it.
But yeah, I think that's worth putting to the test, and a couple of other options as well.
Yeah, my question would be more along the lines of, that's great, it removes it now, but what's the coin look like in 3 months and 12 months down the track? Does it introduce
it's
impurities and that sort of thing?
Well, this could be another component to it. We could do it. We could set them aside, come back to it in 6 months, 12 months, and see what the outcome is. But I generally, if it's a much higher premium coin, I'd just sort of leave it as is, at the risk of doing more harm than good. But I think it's worth a try. We'll roll the dice and try it. So you don't have to.
I'm absolutely happy to do it with some kangaroos or something like that.
Yeah,
some knocked around coins. That's no big deal.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, under a 3x microscope, or magnifying glass, would it show the scratching?
Yeah, I imagine you'd get those like micro abrasions from the friction that's created. You would certainly get little hairlines. There'd be a noticeable difference, but you then get into that category of, you're dealing with a Maid Marian or something like that. It's not a high-end proof point. Exactly. It's a totally different ball game. So if you intend on keeping it in your stack and you just like the eye appeal, you're not doing it to on-sell and get a premium. If you're not looking to extract the premium, you just want it to look nice and have in your stack, I'd have a crack at pretty much anything, as long as you understand that you could do irreparable damage to it. Yeah. But that's why I think we should absolutely have a crack and just,
If you ever intended on having the coin graded, I'd suggest you don't.
No, it'll come back as the best thing you get is unk details. That's what they say when it has some sort of imperfection or if it's been tampered with.
How would it go if you stuck it in one of those ultrasonic cleaners? Do they take off milk spot?
Let's have a crack, Michael. This is all good stuff. We should, this is snowballing before your very eyes. Yeah, I keep catching a glimpse of myself in your screen. It's I tell you what,
slightly off-putting.
It's something else. These wings come out or what? Look at this. Have you got any other questions?
Nothing but the serious here. Like, we are just prime time.
This is all happening.
Serious bullion news here. Oh dear.
There's a comment there about collaborating with How Ridiculous. They're a channel over in Perth that do all sorts of crazy things, like dropping things from tall towers and stuff. Yeah. We've had a few comments about doing it. I think we'd like to do it, but it is just one of those things that we'll have to see if they're interested, because they are quite a big channel. Okay,
well, if they're watching and they want to do something stupid with us, we're as
check it out.
We're open to the dopey.
In fact, they have done gold stuff before. They've melted a bar with a giant magnifying glass from the Perth Mint.
Oh, there you go.
So we need to ramp up. This isn't enough. It's just barely touching the sides.
Oh dear. Matt, what do you think if Coin Invest Trust coin designs? Or what do you think of Coin Invest Trust?
I think they're great. They're really, really cool. They do a lot of quite out there designs. Like one of the ones that they've done, I believe it was them. I had a coin. It has what they did for the design of the coin. It was a recreation of the impact site for a meteorite, and they got a little piece of the actual meteorite and put it in the coin in the center. So it was like a little chunk of it, and the coin was set up in that concave style for the impact site. So they certainly push the envelope when it comes to calling yourself a coin collector and having their coins, because they teeter on, some of it's almost like a sculpture. Like it's really, and I find that quite interesting. And they do things, I think it may have been them as well, that did like the Fabergé egg and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So they do a lot of those really interesting, very innovative designs, but it feels a bit loose to call some of this stuff a coin. Spherical stuff, like full, it's a full dome, but they've got like a Barbados $5 face value on it. It's kind of, I can see how the purists would be bothered by it, but I love that kind of stuff. Anything a bit different.
From an investment perspective, would they hold up?
Some of them do. It's hit and miss. Some of them with a lower mintage, and when they hit the mark with their designs, they just go gangbusters. So it can be hit and miss, but some of them have gone incredibly well in the past.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
There's a good one here talking about, we touched on before about granules and maybe not being the best for investing because of GST.
Yep.
Does the same logic apply to sovereigns then?
Great questions. I would say no, it doesn't apply to sovereigns, because sovereigns have a whole collectability about them, whereas a granule does not. It's a coin. It's a definite coin. There are sovereign collectors out there. Even for bullion sovereigns, people are quite happy to pay. I was going to say over the odds. I don't mean ridiculous. Well, actually, some of the bullion
above
coins,
average, I guess you'd say.
We sell sovereigns at, was it plus 15% or plus 10% or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And we can't keep them in store. Like they go out. We've got waiting lists of people that want to buy sovs. So
Yep.
no, whereas we don't have waiting lists of people, hanging out for our next delivery of granules.
Yeah.
So mate, I just can't get used to
Every time I nod, I see it in the. Yeah, that's good stuff.
So no, I would say it's they're a completely different thing from that. Alrighty, what else have we got? Statuettes worth the money worth the money. Do they appreciate?
Well, I guess like a lot of these things, right? They can do. There are examples where they have, depending on the quantity produced and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of really nice ones. There was a place in Sydney in the QV building. I want to say it was called like Selangor or something like that. They did a lot of those Pewter statues. They did a whole Star Wars range as well, which was just incredible. Like really, really. I think they did it. They got the licensing and all that stuff and did an incredible job of it. Stuff like that can be really interesting, but it's not something that I have a great deal of experience with. So I suppose it's quite broad in the sense of like asking a rare coin's a good investment. It's quite
broad question.
You need to really get into specifics and look at who's producing it, how many are being made, what is demand like, is it something that has a proven track record, is it something like Star Wars with an incredibly broad market and people that are interested, or is it something very niche that might appeal to you, but if you were to put it out to market, it's only relevant to you. Yeah.
Could you pass? There's a gold statue on my desk. Just talking about the granules and the statues and that sort of stuff. This was dropped off on my desk this morning. Yeah. So this is what some people do with the granules that they get off us. So. No.
Other way, right?
You can't show this side because it's got someone's name on it.
Oh.
So we have to be very careful with that one. So this is what someone's cast up. This is actually solid gold. So 49's gold. So you can see they've actually had this coin made up for someone's birthday.
It's not focusing.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, that's it.
You got it?
Get tighter in there. There we go.
Okay, so that's a coin. And I can't show you the other side because of privacy reasons. But also the thing that Ruben's thumb's resting on and on the other side are actually two gold moustaches as well that were created in the same casting, if you like, with the same sprues. This is what people buy granules for, casting these types of things. And in fact, if you're interested in those moustaches, the gold ones, you can certainly contact us and we can put you in contact with the person who's created them. And it's even got Bullion Now stamped on the back.
Oh, what?
In fact, it's got Bullion Mo stamped on it.
That is very cool. Yeah, nice one.
So, excellent. So, yeah, if you want a golden moustache, talk to us. We can do it. So, yeah, that's the kind of the granular thing. Alrighty, what else have we got? We must be getting close to stumps. Anything else you want to talk about, mate?
I don't know.
From a
I'm just
numismatic
here wearing a sharp hat.
What's happening in the numismatic world, mate?
All sorts. It's an exciting time to be in the market. There's a lot of interest in rarities, basically. The demand is quite high. I think similarly as to what we've been seeing in our industry, a lot of people are just gravitating towards something different. Like they're sort of getting a little bit, I don't know if disenfranchised is the word, but maybe...
I think it's part of it, yeah.
Yeah, looking to expand their portfolios into something a little bit different. And people are getting a little bit more adventurous than they would otherwise, I guess, and happy to explore other options. So, yeah it's a lot of fun. It's a fascinating place.
I think when you're getting 0.5%, if you're lucky, at the bank with your investments.
Yep.
And I think when people are watching, like the report out a couple of weeks ago where the Fed in the States, Australia is exactly the same, I just don't have hard numbers for the Australian market, but the Fed in the States have, of the currency, of the US dollars that have been produced over the last, X number of years, 40% of them have been produced in the last 12 months.
Really?
So when you're seeing that level of money printing, people are naturally, instinctively moving away from the banks and the current, like the the fiat currency.
Yeah.
And I'm not going down the
rabbit hole
here, but people are naturally going, I've got cash, I've got, this money, I know that I'm seeing things go up in price, petrol's getting dearer and all that type of stuff. I want to put it into a hard asset.
Yeah.
And, I might have a few shares or an investment property. I want to look at rare coins. I want to look at bullion. I want to look at, getting some platinum. I want to look at a rare car. We're seeing the rare car market start to really move as well.
Yeah.
So all those types of things. Is it possible that you may have had a rarity in your hand this week?
It is entirely possible. Jeez. Yeah, it's yeah, I did indeed. I had a 1930 penny in my hand.
Yeah.
Mere days ago.
So
what do you want from me?
just curious that you had one and what you were doing with it. So if that's your passion, if you're into you're actually wanting to chase a 1930 penny or the halfpenny, what's that, the 23?
1923,
the 23 halfpenny, or anything along those sort of lines, this man has the contacts. So
do indeed. Always happy to have a chat about that kind of thing. I love it.
Don't be shy. Give us a call and have a yarn to Matt about it, and he'll be able to put his feelers out, and you'll be surprised what he can source. So
I can even source a fancy hat like this. So anything can be achieved.
Now, I had a customer mention this in the store, and someone just asked this as well. It was about the US Mint stopping production of silver eagles. Have you heard anything about that recently?
I don't think they've stopped production of them.
I didn't know. Yeah, I heard whispers of it in 2020. I didn't. Is this a really recent thing, or?
Well, the fact that it's been brought up in the store today, as well as something else, as well as in chat there as well. I'm wondering if there's something to do with that. So yeah, Calypso, if you wanted to elaborate or something about that.
As far as I know, they've sold out a lot of their production. Even next year's production, I know, has already been sold, like pre-sold. So I don't know if that's like, somebody said, well, we can't get any more 22 eagles because they're fully sold out, and if that's actually flowed down the Chinese whispers and become to they're not making them anymore. Yeah. But as far as I'm aware, it's full steam ahead for the US Mint, unless someone wants to point me in another direction.
That is one. You've touched on a very interesting thing. It happens a lot in the coin community as well. Someone catches word of a delay in production. Next thing you know, production's non-existent. It's all over. This is the rarest coloured $2 coin ever produced. And then the mintage figures come out and say the complete opposite. And you've always got to do a little bit of due diligence with that kind of information and do a bit of fact checking because, the hype train. She runs full steam ahead very, very quickly on stuff like that.
We've seen it in... this isn't exclusive to bullion or to coins. We've seen one of the great things about the internet and YouTube and that these days is that everyone can have a voice. We may have to end early. We're getting the
red alert,
and it looks like the store's a little bit busy as well. So
all right,
cool.
So one of the downsides of the internet though is that everyone has a voice, and so it's those two together can really cause problems.
Yeah, people doing live streams with silly hats. It's a crazy place.
How can anyone take a 1930 penny in your hand seriously now they've seen you with that hat? All right, so we're going to wrap it up there. It's 3:30, so we're... I was going to run a few minutes late, but because we're a few minutes late starting, but we're going to wrap it up there because we're getting warnings on the batteries. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. It's always a great honour to have people tune in and watch the program. And we really do appreciate it. If you've got any questions that you'd like us to answer online or on next week's live stream, send them through to live, L-I-V-E, @bullionnow.com.au, and we'll endeavour to print them out and read them and answer them in an open discussion like this. We will be back next week, which will be the 10th of December at 2:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. The incredibly ruggedly
rugged something,
that will make an appearance. I'll be there, and Joe, maybe in his pigeon costume, will turn up again and make an appearance.
What a freeze frame!
Have we freeze framed and dropped out?
Yeah, they can still hear you.
They can still hear you. So that's it. We'll talk again next week. Have fun, and we'll see you again.
See you later.